Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Calm Before the Storm podcast. I'm Kimberly.
I'm Steph.
I'm Kim.
And if you missed the last episode, it was our 20th. So please go ahead and jump on our YouTube channel at Calm Before the Storm podcast and catch up. And if you missed any of our episodes, you can go ahead and catch up on our YouTube channel. And so, hello, ladies. Welcome back. How's everyone doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good, good.
Doing
Can't
good.
complain. Yes. So I know we're trying something different and we want to kick off our show with kind of giving some highs and lows of the week. So anyone want to kick us off with a high? We'll start with the positive.
Mm.
My high it's not really a high. It's kind of like an in between. Um, I went for my first mammogram.
Ooh, how was
Okay.
it? Yes.
Like I said,
Yes.
it's an in between because it's kind of like, why do you want to do it? But then it's like you want to do it to make sure everything is good. So
Get
Yes.
those
that's why,
boobies smashed, girl.
yes.
Yes. You have more guts than me. Okay. So kudos to you.
You need to get one too, Felicia.
I
Okay.
do. I'm so nervous. So, oh my God, Kim, you putting some fire under my behind.
No, they told me, they was like, what age are you? And I was like, and we doing this now? And they was like, no, we starting at 35. And I was like, really? I was like, okay.
Oh,
Hmm.
okay. I gotta
Yeah.
get in there.
So
What about you,
ladies,
Steph?
make sure you get your mammogram. If you got the
Yes.
age of 35 and up, please get your mammogram.
Get your boobies smashed. It is well worth it, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's
Okay,
not as
Kim.
bad as you think it is.
That's
Because
No.
what
I
I'm
think that
scared
is a
of.
big
The
deal. It,
smashing.
it's not really a smash. It
Okay.
people I it might be a smash for the smaller end,
Okay.
you know, and I
Okay.
think you'll be okay because I've done it and it doesn't hurt.
Is
It's
it quick? Like,
yeah,
is
Mm-hmm.
it a quick test?
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
quick. Yeah, it's
Okay.
I think the hardest part is like the awkward position that you have to be.
Okay.
Like it's like a pose and they're like, don't move. And you're like, okay,
All right.
okay.
I gotta go get some smashing done. Okay,
She's like,
Kim,
Yeah,
thank
and you're
you.
literally, squashed. So you're not moving.
mm-hmm.
Oh my
But
God.
it doesn't hurt. It does
Okay.
not. I think it hurts for the smaller,
Okay.
our smaller friends.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
So that's it's not my high. It's in between. We'll say that.
I'll take it as an in between. That was
Mm.
good.
yes. I think a high, what was a high for me? That I passed my class. I'm in school as well as work and everything else that I did. I'm not a
Congratulations.
Congrats.
good, I've never been a good student.
Mm.
Um, I mean, I am successful and have a career as a nurse. How I got there, I really don't know.
Don't say
But
Right. Don't say that, girl. You
no,
worked
Isn't
hard.
that
no,
that
because it being
podcaster?
honest,
She really don't
it
know what she's doing. We don't want her as our nurse.
Right, right.
my skills show enough, honey. I'm being honest. I
They
don't know
do.
how I did it because I've never been a good student. I never liked to go to school. I
Mm.
was always like the procrastinator,
Mm.
um, winging it in school. Just I am not a fan of school. So for me to actually finish and be where I am is a big deal for me. And that's why I say I don't know how I did that because ask my mother. She'd be like, girl, I don't know how you did it either.
Right.
But so now that I'm going back to school, this time around, for some reason, I'm taking it a little bit more serious and I actually like plan ahead and do the things on time. So that is a high for me.
That's good.
Okay. What
Good,
about you,
good,
Kim?
good. Hi, I have been off of work for a little while for personal reasons, and I've been able to be more involved with doing in-school stuff with my daughters. I've been able to be more available and present for them with stuff that's going on in school. So that has been a high for me.
Okay.
That is
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, it's
That
Um,
been really
family
good.
time is always
Mm-hmm. Yes.
my
well
low,
needed.
my low, I'm gonna say I don't really have a low this time.
Mm,
I'm trying to
That's
keep
awesome.
positive,
that's great.
you know.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah. Oh, my
awesome.
high is I started reading more. Reading the
Okay.
Oh,
Bible,
okay.
reading books,
Yes.
taking time for myself. Yes, I forgot to say that.
That's
Good
excellent.
stuff. Yes.
Self-care.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I need to work on that more. Self-care.
Mm-hmm.
That is, I lack in that department.
So
Mm.
what, Kim, what's your low before before I was gonna say it falls into one of my topics.
Milo is just being able to have better time management. Just I want better time management. I've been struggling with that. With having so much time, I just feel like I'm filling my day with so much more where I'm not supposed to be because I'm supposed to be focusing on specific things and I'm just overloading myself still.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Same.
I was gonna say, I don't know if you guys seen on social media, this guy was like had this whole routine of like self-care,
Yes.
right?
Oh my, I did.
I
I
have
saw
not.
it.
So it's like he has like there's like this new thing going around where it's like taping of the mouth at night, where it's like a tape and it's supposed to help lose weight. You're
Yeah.
supposed to help with like all this stuff, right? Benefits. I seen people
Snoring,
do it.
Literally seal the mouth
Yeah,
shut.
it's
like
like
a
Don't.
they
black
have like a special thing just for that.
Mm.
black charcoal tape. Hmm.
Um, it's supposed to snoring, like you said.
Yep.
So it has benefits, right? Then he has, um, he like face bath, like when you put your face in like a ice cold
Cold
water. He
water.
Mm-hmm.
uses like sparkling water for this.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Oh, he's up at
Yes,
4:30 a.m. by the way, to
yes,
start this.
Oh,
and
this is
Hmm.
to go to work.
it's like a
This is to
whole
start
day
the day.
thing.
Okay.
Hmm.
He'll wake up early,
Yep.
he'll do the shower, the ice thing, he'll
Hmm.
do the gym,
Hmm.
um he'll show him in his
Pool.
meetings, school, everything at night. And then you have the face serums and the lotions and all this
Hmm.
stuff. And I'm like, do y'all think that this is too much for a man to do?
I think it could be intimidating to if he had a woman as a
Yeah,
partner.
that's true.
I think it would be intimidating to her if she is not that into that type of self-care. For instance,
Hmm.
me, like I'm not
Hmm.
that great at it. So I think it would be like, oh my God, I'm not keeping up. I'm not able to do all those things. Like, well, teach me, I
Yeah.
would want to learn. But
That was the first thing that came to my mind when I
yeah.
saw it. I was like,
Mm.
I'm not even doing half of what this man is doing. Am I like lacking somewhere? But then I'm like, does he have kids? It didn't say he had a
No,
wife.
I don't think he don't look
It
like he
didn't,
has
he
kids.
didn't have, right? So I'm like, I'm lacking. I'm like, no, you're lacking because you don't got what my responsibility is still doing it, being judgy. But I took from it because my person, I love him so much, but he snores so horribly at night. So I was like, yes, some breakthrough tape that I'm gonna
She was like, "Yeah,
buy
let's
so that
get
he could
that."
stop snoring. I was like, yes, I'm winning.
Amazon, here
So
I come.
here I come. But everything else, it
I
wasn't
need the link. I
intimidating.
need the link. No.
I'm telling you, but we haven't tried it yet. Anyway, but
Mhm.
it wasn't intimidating, but it was just like at first I was like, oh my God, like, am I like missing out on something I'm supposed to be doing for myself? And then I got all judgy. I'm not gonna lie. You don't got no kids, you don't
But
got
so
no
like
wife, boy, please.
when I saw it, I was like, see, it's like the TikTok thing, right? Like we talked
Mm-hmm.
about TikTok being bad in previous episodes. I think that it could help in a way because I've learned a lot of
Yeah.
things through TikTok, right? I
Mm-hmm.
learned how to do makeup on TikTok. I
Mm-hmm.
learned certain recipes on TikTok. And so when they was trying to get rid of it the first time, I was like, no, how am I supposed to get
Don't
these
do it.
recipes? Don't do
Right.
it.
No.
And it makes me
Don't
laugh at
either.
night, right? So I think another band is supposed to be coming up soon.
Yes,
Obviously,
I heard.
I don't, for y'all don't know, we record this in previous times. So the band is supposed to be next week.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Right.
So we'll see what happens. But
Right.
TikTok, don't get rid of it. Please don't get rid of it.
Please
Somebody
don't.
buy it.
I learned how to cut my onions with TikTok. I learned how to cut my pineapples with TikTok. I ain't even gonna lie. I learned how to
You
cut some
learn a
fruits and
lot on
vegetables.
TikTok.
Yes.
Yes.
I
Yes.
feel
So
like it's in moderation. Everything's in moderation.
So when
Definitely
I
so.
saw this man, I did think it was a lot what he was
Mm-hmm.
doing. I think Carmelo Anthony on his podcast 7 p.m. in Brooklyn, he was like, "This is not this guy's lifestyle. He's not really doing this every
Right.
day."
Every
Right.
day.
Right. Like that
So
that's like OCD take a lot. Like
Yeah.
it's hard for me sometimes to even like when I'm getting ready to go to work, like to do all the things, pack a bag, get
Mm-hmm.
my water, take a shower, get dressed, put my lotion, do
Mm-hmm.
all those things, and I'm not doing a fade like I'm rolling out, showering, little lotion on here,
Right.
No,
little
I
lotion.
did
I'll do
start.
some serum.
I
Yeah.
did, I since TikTok, I did was like, "Oh, okay, let me try this little thing that I saw on TikTok. I went to Sephora, got it. Um,
Ooh.
y'all know I try to do the content creating thing on TikTok, but it takes a lot of work.
Mm.
Like it takes a
Yes.
lot of work.
Yep.
So
And thought,
that
I
didn't
would
last
say.
long.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
But yeah, I just had to get y'all feedback on that because I was like,
Yeah, I saw. I want to say it was last night scrolling, and I'm like, it stopped me, and it's like, oh, this man, the shade room. It was like this
yeah.
man's from 4:30 in the morning. I'm like,
So how
what?
long does it take him?
Till 8 a.m. and then he goes to work at
No,
8:30.
No, he's basically
Four.
no.
showing like his whole day, like what he does
What I
and
did
like
was from
what he
4 to
eats,
8.
his workout,
Yes.
his skincare, his shower, his meetings at work. Like this is his
Girl.
whole day.
He was running on the
That's
treadmill at
From like
5
three,
a.m. and
yeah,
he was in
like
the
or like
pool at 7:15 a.m.
yeah, he
Come
was
on.
up at like 3:30 in the morning and he's
Yes.
doing
that's
all of
true
this.
dedication though to oneself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I feel like I need to work a lot more on self-care, even just like I'm pretty bad to myself, I would definitely say.
Mm.
I don't respect my body enough. Like I don't give myself enough sleep. I don't drink enough water.
Yeah.
I try to go until my body shuts down, and not intentionally, not on purpose. It's just how it ends up. Like I feel like,
Mm-hmm.
especially that I work nights, so I feel like I got to make up a lot when I'm off and I'm up during the day, or if I work nights and everybody else is off, then I feel like, oh, maybe I should stay up because I didn't get to spend time with them because I've been gone and I had to sleep. So it's like a mental battle that I have. And then that also takes away from like the self-care because it's like, okay, I'm not going to sleep. I'm not going to go do all these other things for myself because I want to, pour into everybody else.
Right.
And I need to start pouring into myself. And I always say I'm going to work on it, and I'll do it for like a couple of days, and then it'll be like back to the regular routine, running like a crazy person, not
Yes.
sleeping, doing all the things.
Mm-hmm.
I used to do like face mask on Sundays. I
Ooh.
Yeah.
realized that I stopped doing that and I want to get back to that. Just like
Hmm.
watching, putting it on, watching a show and just,
Yeah.
you know,
I
hydrate your
think
face.
Right. We have to prioritize it.
Mm-hmm.
yes, like that I think that would change so many things.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's great that he has the time to do that.
Same.
I think I
I'm
could do
jealous.
some self-care. I definitely don't think I could do something for that long. I feel like my
Mm-hmm.
ADD will get the best of me and it's like, girl, you got 30 other things to do. You got to move
Mm-hmm.
it along. But
Right.
definitely at least maybe even give myself an hour a
Yeah.
day just for me. Like try to work on that. I think that would be
Yeah, it
great.
would be good.
Hmm.
Kicking off from from his TikTok thing and whatever. Have you all, and it's only because I bumped into this because I woke up in the middle of the night and I couldn't go back to sleep. Temptation Island. Has anyone watched Temptation Island? I didn't know that they were on season 4, but I got
I've
caught on season
seen
4
I've seen
and it's insane.
a show before, like one of their shows before, but I'm not like up to date with any of
Like they come together they're in a
Mm-hmm.
relationship, they come to this
Okay.
island. I was like, whoa. They come to this island and they are tempted by 12 singles. So the
Mm-hmm.
men,
So is
so
one couple?
Mm-hmm.
four couples,
Oh yeah, for
they
okay.
separate the men and the women. They send them to villas. It's the men's villa and the women's villa. In
Mm-hmm.
each villa, excuse me, there's 12 singles that these
Oh.
four people are tempted by.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And
And
you are
their
free to
job is to
do
actually tempt them, like they're doing things
tempt
to
Mm-hmm.
tempt
you
them.
to do whatever. There's no rules, no regulations unless you and your
Which one are you talking about
person.
right now? Which one are you about to talk about? USA? Because
The
there's
one I just saw, they were in Hawaii.
oh, that's the one where it was like they was like
No holds bar.
no, it was like yeah, it was like They was somewhere else, and the girl is literally watching, or is
At
it
the
the guy? The
bonfire.
guy is literally watching his girl get pounded out by some other guy.
Nah.
Vice
Yeah.
versa. Yeah, you go to a bonfire, and in the bonfire, you watch what your person is doing in the other villa.
Mm-hmm.
The
On a
reason
screen?
Yeah.
on a screen, and then they cut it off. They
Yeah.
cut it off, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So,
I didn't know about
What kind
like
of
no,
craziness
because
is
same.
the one in the USA, I don't think they do it like that.
Girl, in Hawaii, it was Hawaii. It was just
That one was
Temptation Island.
crazy.
They were in Hawaii. These people came from like LA, whatever. They traveled to Hawaii. And literally, so he asked all four of the couples, like, why did you make the decision to come here?
That
And
was my first
majority
question.
of them was like either they're ready to get married and they want to make sure like this is their person, or their person has cheated on them and promised that to never do it again. So they want to make sure that even with temptation, they won't make this mistake again. So you're literally putting your relationship on pause for 8 days, allowing them to be with other people for 8 days, and doing whatever you feel like doing under the sun.
That's absolutely insanity. No.
No, the one I saw was,
Insane.
is that the same one you saw? The one with the
It's on
guy
Netflix.
watching?
Well, the one that I saw
Because
was
the
the
one
girl
he wasn't
watching
speaking.
her man in the shower, just
Okay.
going to Pound Town.
Because the one that I saw, I think it was like in Spain or somewhere.
There's four
It was
seasons out. That's all I know.
it was like they were speaking a different language, and
Oh no, this one they were
literally I
speaking.
was I'm like,
I was
are they
stunned.
showing it? Because it was like you hear it, and
You hear it,
I was
and
like,
then you
what the
hear,
So they
and then
don't show it, but you know that's
No,
what's happening.
they like you see
they'll
briefly
show
like
certain stuff.
it was like the room was like in night vision type of thing,
Yes.
and they was
Hmm.
under the
Okay.
covers, so you see the
Yes.
man,
Yes.
Okay.
you see up
This
and
one was in the
down,
shower,
but
and
I
you
was
see his
like,
hand like smack on the shower and like glide down, and then it says in the subtitles, awkward clapping. So my
Sounds like
question,
cheeks are clapping to me.
cheeks is getting some, yeah, somebody's clapping them cheeks. Would you ever put your relationship
no,
to the test in
you
You
that
don't
don't
even
have
gotta
to
manner?
finish
finish.
your
You don't
sentence.
even gotta finish the sentence. You good. Nah.
No,
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 Hell
no,
no.
no, no, no. I was like,
First of
who?
all, no. That you setting yourself up for failure right there. Like
Failure.
you cannot put someone, yes, there's gonna be times, and I don't even think you'll in real life, like a real life situation, you're gonna be putting that type of temptation. Like you may go out to a bar and
Right.
a man may come up to you and be a
yeah,
little aggressive about it. Like, so
Mm-hmm.
what? That's easy to walk away from. Like
yeah,
that's easy to say
Yeah.
no. Like you can take yourself out of that situation, but you
hmm
are
Yes.
putting your significant other, your whoever,
Yep.
in a place for 8 days straight. You That's not okay. Like that is not easy to do,
I was
or
like, did the
even to say
producers
no.
think this was a good idea?
Alcohol involved, like
Alcohol, girl. And alone
not
and
that
time.
then they're
not
in an
that you get in a
island, so the
pass
girl
for
is
doing
half
all that.
naked all the time.
Half naked all the time. And the way they start the show is the singles give them bracelets to choose who they're already interested in just by looks, not even interaction. So that they meet them and they're like, here goes your 12 singles. And like, all right, singles, out of the four men or the four women, put your bracelets on the one who you're most attracted to physically without even talking to them. Just who are you physically attracted to walking onto the stage? I was like, wait a minute. This is
You're
obnoxious.
wild. Yeah, how old are y'all? Number one.
They're in their
Between
They
the
gotta
ages
be
of
in their
22
20s.
35. 35 was the oldest male.
35, you crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Y'all all
Mm-hmm.
crazy. But 22-year-olds,
Yeah.
you still learning,
Right.
you think this is a great way to make a decision. Like, let me see
Mm-hmm.
if you're gonna cheat on me by putting you in a cheating pool. Yes, they're gonna cheat on you.
You're
They're
gonna cheat. It's
absolutely gonna
human
do
nature. Right.
it.
There was one couple though that did not do anything. Well, the lady didn't do anything, but there was one couple who neither one of them even attempted it. And I was like, oh my God, there's really good people in the world.
hmm
So I chose to ask my person, hey, I've been watching this show and I wanted to know, like, they're casting for the next show. He was
You be
like,
trying it, girl. You be
I
trying.
did.
You
Absolutely
trying.
not. Are you insane? Are you? No, no, I'm joking. I swear I'm joking. I'm
You was
really,
trying to
really
die.
joking. This close. If he could jump through the phone, I think I was like, you don't
Oh
think we can?
my
I don't even
God.
want to talk to you no more. When you clear your head, you call me back. Click. Okay. All right, I got you.
Oh my
But
goodness.
pure insanity. I was just like, yeah, no. The things that they're like doing for views. Thank God we don't got to do that on this podcast. Thank you to our
Do
viewers.
they get anything out? Like, do they win money? Do they?
No,
Huh.
no. You
Why
just
you
seeing,
No, Love,
torturing
I think Love
yourself?
Island, they win money.
yeah,
That
Love
I've
Island, they win
seen, and
money.
they take
Mm-hmm.
away from the pot if people
Yes,
do
Mm-hmm.
stuff with each
yes,
other, right?
Mm-hmm.
yep. This one, I've never seen it, and I'm like, what is this? It's brand new on Netflix. It came up as my a suggested view for you
It
because I
used
watch
to be
Ratchet TV.
it used to be on like TNT or TBS or something like that. No, it
Oh,
used to be on
Mm.
okay.
USA, but I think now that they heighten certain scenes, they're
Mm.
like, we gotta take this to
Got to push it
Netflix.
back to Netflix. Yeah, so that was
That's
something I found
crazy to me.
scrolling. Mm-hmm.
I think all
Insane.
these shows where you even like what is the one that I always like that they switch
Love is Blind.
no, the
Wife
ultimatum.
swap. Oh, the
The
Oh,
ultimatum.
okay.
Okay,
Wife
sorry.
swap.
That's the old
You
one.
said swap. That is
That's
an old one.
old.
But wife swap is from back in the day. They
Mm-hmm.
didn't really do that was more of like which is also kind of weird now that I think about it. Wife swap was like where they just switch wives so that
Mm-hmm.
the wife
Could do
shows
more or
what she
something.
Yes.
like, oh, I clean the house and I cook and I that's
Yeah.
kind of fucked up. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what
Right.
the man
Right.
do though?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's all these shows are a little crazy. Like the fact that you trying to test your relationship by
Yeah.
tempting it. If you got to do all of that, then
You shouldn't be
then we don't
together.
really need to be together. I'm just saying
Mm-mm.
You really don't.
Um,
that's too much.
since
No.
we're talking about TV shows, you obviously I know I love the reality TV. So Married at First Sight.
Yes.
um,
Oh.
I don't know if I talked about this in previous episodes, but now we'll talk about it more in depth. So there's this guy, and he married this girl, and she found out like the wedding part was fine,
Hmm.
right? He looked like he has like a man bun, and he's
Okay.
Mm.
built so he looked like the actor a little bit. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
Momoa.
the
Yeah.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
Jason
So,
Momoa.
Mm-hmm.
she was fine with him at first. And then, after they get married, they talk and like, what do you do? She was fine with what he does. And then she was like, so do you live, where do you live? And he was like, so I live at my parents' basement or whatever.
Mm.
And he was like, I have money. Like I had a place. I had my own condo, but I was barely there and
Mm.
I'm spending all this money. So he felt like it was a waste. Like,
Mm.
I could just save more money for a house
Hmm.
and move in with my parents.
Right.
Okay.
So once she found out that moved, like he lived with his parents, like her whole vibe changed. Like she
Mm.
cried on her wedding day
Because
because
of
she was
that.
Oh.
mad. Yeah. And I was like, okay. And then they went on the honeymoon and she was just straight rude to him. Like it was just like she was mean. And then it would be like, "Oh, you we're getting to know each other." But my thing is, if you didn't know he lived at his parents' house, would you still treat him that way?
Right. Was
Probably
he
not.
not saying that he didn't want to move out of the parents' house?
No, he said, "Obviously I'm married, so I would
Right.
definitely move out."
Right. This is just how you met him and the lifestyle he was living at that
Right.
point.
And he
So,
said it's not like that he was living there and he never left or
right.
Right.
he was
Yeah.
doing he was
Right,
making
like
a
it's not
smart
like he'd
move.
been there since like he was young.
Right.
Like he
Right.
He was
moved
trying
out,
to do
came back
something
in.
smart.
So she would just
Right.
be like, "Oh, well, do you have your own separate entrance?" And he's like, "Yeah." And so she was like,
Hmm.
"Okay, well, so like what made you want to do that?" And just being rude to him. She didn't want him to
Mm.
touch her. She didn't want him like she was just
She
rude.
was judging him.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when they
Judging
have to
him.
come back and like, you see each other's apartments and stuff like that.
Right.
So he saw her apartment. He was like, it's average. It's nice. I like it. She was
Right.
mad. He said average.
Like you live at home with your mama. What you talking about?
Right.
They went to go
Not
see
okay.
his they went to go see his apartment. He was a little bit messy, I ain't gonna lie, but
I
he's a
mean,
guy.
he's a guy.
And he had washer and dryer. So she was like, well, do your parents come down here to wash their clothes too? And he was like, yeah. And she was like, so they just pop
Yeah.
up? He's like, no, like we'll talk about what time to
Yes.
come wash your clothes. And I just felt like, was she doing too much judging him because he lived at home with his mama?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. 1000%.
Absolutely.
But what happens if you dated
150%.
someone and they lived at home with their mama?
Well,
Because there's two sides, right? It's like in this situation,
there is.
yes, but then it's like if you always live with your mama, like,
It's circumstantial, I feel.
Me
It all
too.
is very circumstantial. His
Yes.
circumstances, it's not that he don't work, it's not that he don't have his own money. He proved that he
Mm-hmm.
can purchase a condo, live there, but he was making a financial move, a smart financial
100%.
move. He has his own entrance. It's not like he's living in his old bedroom,
mm-hmm,
Right.
next to his mama,
Right.
and he states that he's able to move out. I don't think there's anything wrong. Now, if he starts to show signs of like, okay, he was just kind of blowing smoke up my ass, then
Right.
fine, that's different. Um, but no, I don't. I think it's circumstantial. I had to live with my mom. I had to go move back home at one point in my
Mm-hmm.
life because things got rocky. Like I separated from my kid's father, and that turned
Mm-hmm.
into. So I went back home to get back on my feet, and when I started dating my current husband, I was still living at home with my mama, and I was like embarrassed to even when I first started dating, I was embarrassed about that, like without
Mm.
mention. Probably it's the first time I probably ever mentioned that, but like to say like, oh, I'm going on a date. What am I going to say? I live at home with my mother.
Mm.
mm-hmm,
But
Right.
now it's like, yes, I did. Like I have, it's not that I don't have money. I'm saving my money. I'm doing what I got to do to get out. And it all depends. Like, are you showing signs that you really are doing that?
mm-hmm,
Or are you really just living there and you don't look like you trying to leave?
I
right.
think too, it's more common than it was before, right? Because let's
Mm-hmm.
be for real. Realistically, this day and age, monetarily, some people really just ain't making it. And if
Mm-hmm,
your
It's
parents are
right.
living in a
It's
big old
expensive.
house, right, with a million rooms by
mm-hmm,
themselves, why wouldn't you want to live with your mom or
mm-hmm,
dad?
Right.
I
yeah.
mean, and for myself, my dad has a whole house with a finished basement. I have my own apartment in my dad's house. So, not that I live in a room next to him with three kids, but I live in his house essentially in my own
Mm-hmm,
apartment. I have my own way in and we do share washer and dryer, but I have
mm-hmm,
my own space, It's my apartment. He has his whole house upstairs. I have literally a space for me and my children. And I had to move back home because I separated from my ex-husband and my dad gave me a space to start over in a very like humble place. And my goal was to move out last year, this year, summer, but personal stuff has come up and I'm not going to leave my dad. So
yeah.
that's where I'm at. But it's not because I don't want to or I can't grow up and separate, but I have my own apartment and I'm here to help my dad through whatever's going on right now with him. And I'm not going to be leaving anytime soon. So I think like Steph said, it's circumstantial, but let's be realistic. Monetarily, a lot of people can't make it out here.
It's
And it's
expensive and it's just
yeah,
getting
it's
higher and
expensive.
higher.
Yes, it's getting worse.
Yeah.
It's
Rent
getting
is
higher and higher, and
crazy.
your pay is not getting
Mm-hmm,
higher and
It
higher.
is so
That's your
hard
parents.
mm-hmm,
to live alone. Like I
Mm-hmm.
actually was just having this conversation with a group of friends, and they were saying like you can't live on a one income and buy a house.
No.
You
mm-hmm,
can't
Nope.
buy a house on one income anymore
No.
unless you're making
Mm-mm.
like buku money. And who not many people, even if you have great careers, you're still not making the type of money you need to buy a
Correct.
house
mm-hmm,
Yep.
on your own.
right.
Yep.
Rent is more than buying a home
It
sometimes. Like
really
what you
is.
paying rent is $3,000, four thousand
Mm-hmm.
dollar
Yes.
apartments. And it's like,
Y'all.
You could just be
why?
at your parents' house, just like,
Hello, I need to come
helping
over
out
and
with
eat
bills.
dinner. Might as well just come here, right? What is
And
the
you helping
point?
them out at the same time.
You
Like, yes,
definitely are. You getting that
you
time
want your
in
own
too.
space too
Yeah.
at some
Yes.
point. I feel
Hmm.
like,
Yes.
you
Yeah.
do whatever. And if you making it work, you make it work. Like
Right.
it is, if
Hmm.
it works for you,
It
then it
works
works for
for
me.
you. Right.
Yeah.
100%.
I
I
agree.
agree. The
I'm
judgment, keep
not,
it to yourself.
So
yeah.
You don't know people's
with that
differences.
episode, right? So she treated him bad, right? She treated him bad.
That's
And
messed up.
then she found out like he was texting somebody else
I wonder why.
and called to find out. But I wasn't even mad. Like even when I was like, then he was texting another. He said, "Oh, that's my cousin," and she was like, "This is how you talk to your cousin."
They got some good lies.
Right?
They
So
suck.
They do.
called to find out he was actually texting another participant of the show,
Oh.
and they ended up getting together. But
Okay.
I felt bad for
It
her.
worked out for
No,
them though, right?
yeah, I felt yeah, it did. But I felt
Who you
bad for
felt
Good.
bad
her
for?
husband because
Oh,
the way it happened. But
I saw this.
hmm
Okay, I didn't see like the beginning thing of
yeah.
it, and I know who you're talking about, the guy, and I
Hmm.
Hmm.
saw how they broke up. I saw the
Yeah.
ending part of that.
Yeah.
Oh, now I know the whole
Yeah. So then
story.
I just
Ooh.
stopped watching it. My mom was watching it. She ended up telling me. And then because I saw a scene one day because I was with her and she was like, "Oh yeah, he's at her house." I'm like, "He moved in with her," and she was like, "Yeah." I said, "Well, he got out of his parents' basement and moved in with the other girl."
Right. That's it. He got out.
Then
But that
maybe they
girl was
would
like
listen.
mad.
It worked for them. They were a match.
That's
Yes.
it. Right.
And then
They
when I
were a match.
first saw the weddings, I was like, I feel like it's the other way around. I feel like he should
Mm.
have been with her, and then the girl should have been with the other guy. I feel like that would have
Right.
been better matches.
Mm-hmm.
But
Right.
yeah. So I was just like, why is she so mad? Like, she was just like,
Judgment.
I got my own stuff and I did this way. Like she basically says she lived poor. So she builds a name for herself. And so when he said, "Oh, it's average," it was like an insult to her.
That was your season, girl. That was your journey. That's not his
That's
journey or
So
her
the
own
season he's in.
insecurity.
Right. That's
yes.
your season and your
So
journey. It
when
don't
she
mean he's on
saw
the
that he was
same.
like cheating, she like
Mm.
took it and was like,
Mm.
She
because
ran with it.
really, like in the beginning, people like comments were like, "Girl, you doing too much." But when she saw he
Mm-hmm.
was cheating, she was like, "This is my way to get
Make
onto."
myself look good.
Peace out,
Hmm.
Club Scout.
Hmm.
I mean, if you mistreating him and all of that, not that that gives them a pass.
Yeah.
No.
Um, but they did come out and say, like, he did come out and say, look, this is what I'm doing and I'm sorry. He did
Yeah, he
apologize. I did
apologized
see
to her
that.
multiple times.
And
Mm.
said
Yeah.
and he was friends with her husband, with
Yeah.
his current
Okay.
wife's
And then it
husband.
was like it
And
was
he was apologetic to him. Like, I mean, I wouldn't hear you either at the
no,
end
that
of the
night when
Right.
day,
he told
he
him
was
like
upset.
clean like and that guy left the house. He started
Yeah.
throwing things.
Wow.
I was like, oh,
Understandably, I would be upset too,
Yeah.
yeah.
but
I felt bad.
yeah,
That's
that's
all, I
crazy.
only felt bad for him. But
Right.
and then they have this show have y'all ever seen Smothered?
Mm-mm.
No.
So it's also no, this one's on TLC. It's basically like it could be like a couple, but the either the girlfriend or the boyfriend, they're like super close with the parent. Like the
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
parent don't like the girlfriend, or she'd be like, I need to know everything that's going on. Or like so basically she like smothers the kids.
Yes.
Like I'm like,
Mm.
Oh my God.
That's too much.
I dated someone like that.
You
really?
did?
Yeah, I always said if the mother could marry the son, she definitely would. Unfortunately, it would be incest, so she can't legally.
How did you deal, ma'am?
I
How'd you deal with the mother?
I I had to like fake it till I made it,
Mm-hmm.
but I vented a lot about her. Oh God,
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't take it. It would make me so like sick and nauseated. Like I would complain about it to him. Like you don't see this, you don't realize it, but when you're in it, you don't
Mhm.
see it.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then he started to realize it like after myself. It was relationships after. Then it was like, okay, wait, this is a little too much. Like, what is going on? But I always said it, like, she only didn't marry you because it's incest in the state of New York. And that's where y'all are in the United States.
Mm,
Yeah.
that's
Mhm.
crazy.
Insanity. It becomes very overwhelming in the relationship because you then become like the outsider.
Mhm.
You're his person and you become the outsider. Like, are y'all two dating or what? What's going on? You want to sit in here too when we're doing the nookie? Like, come on, man.
She
Yeah, a
probably
lot.
would have.
She probably did, and I didn't even know it.
Did y'all see that guy that got the daughter pregnant and the mama pregnant?
What?
And they know.
Lord, what? Lord
Yeah.
What you mean
Jesus.
they know?
What's going
It
on in
was
the
like
world?
he's dating both of them.
And they were cool with it.
Yeah, so they pregnant at
There's
the
way
same
too many
time right
women. There's
now.
way too many men in the world. I just can't. I can't.
So how
Her
she's older
father,
than
her
this.
father, her stepfather is her baby daddy.
Hmm.
That's disgusting, number one.
But he's more close to her age, so he's young. So he's more close. So it's like, let's say it's his girlfriend, and then she was like, the mom was like, oh, you know what I mean? It was like one of those things. Like the mom just came around, but he's closer to the
So
girlfriend
he was
age.
dating the younger girl first, the
That
daughter.
I'm assuming. I'm assuming.
How you even approach that? How do you
Listen,
even get to that?
there's a lot of crazy things that go on in the world, you know?
There is, and that is one that's wild. No,
So there's like a
Hmm.
picture where he's like
that's
holding both the bellies, like
your mama sleeping with your man. That's nastiness.
I
mm,
mean, at least
So
your man
wait,
ain't
the
sleeping
kids.
with another
Okay,
man and you
so
don't
the
know about it.
kids are that's my brother, but that's your uncle.
mm,
What? No, wait, no, that's your sister slash uncle, the aunt
That's your sister and her aunt.
at the same time.
mm.
Same time.
Cause your
It's a full
dad,
circle.
but then your mom.
That's your
Nah,
man.
that's
That's a lot
wild.
to explain.
Way too much.
That's
Mm.
how you. So you're having threesomes? I have lots of questions now.
Yeah, it seems like they are having threesomes and he just slipped on both of them by
With your
accident.
mama? Oh my God.
I couldn't.
I'm
I
dying
would
right
hope it
now.
wasn't at the same time.
I'm
That is
praying it was not at
disgusting.
the same time. But it's so crazy because there's so many crazy things going on in the world. And I'm starting to feel like as I'm starting to learn them, I'm really starting to feel like I live a very boring life.
Because we do.
Although I had 8 fingers up for never have I ever, I'm still living a very boring life. I'm just saying.
A lot of these things, yeah, not happening. No.
Yeah. Mm-mm. It's like
Your mama
who are
I
you and where are
know.
and
you
your
coming
man.
from?
Because one time I was scrolling and I was like, wait, what? I said, that's crazy. But can
Well,
you
it's
That's
like,
imagine he's probably not the
what's his
first time?
name?
I
I
don't
want to say
know.
the wrong. Is it Neo? Is it Neo that
Mm-mm.
has eight? Who is it?
he's
Mm-hmm.
not up to 8, but he's got a couple.
Yeah.
Or seven? It was seven. He's almost to 8, but he just added a new one, and he just went on
Mm-hmm.
vacation with her. But he
Mm-hmm.
spends he spends equal amount of time with each and every one of them. There's seven. The last
Mm-hmm.
this number seven had just went on vacation, and he
Is
is
that
very
Akon? Because
happy.
Akon has
No, no, no.
he has
It's
wives.
not wives. They're girlfriends.
Their
Girlfriends.
girlfriends.
Neo is
Okay. Neo's
girlfriends.
because Akon is allowed
Is
to
it
in his
Neo?
Yeah.
country.
It is Neo, right? It's not Usher. No,
No,
Usher is
no,
no, it's
No, not
Neo.
it's
Usher.
not Usher.
It's Neo.
It definitely is Neo. And he don't give two shits about it. And he's
That's what he's been
very
wanting for the longest time.
yes.
That's why he kept
This is
cheating
what
on all
makes him
his
happy.
wives.
Yeah. And these ladies give it to him.
What
They
do you
really,
think
really
about
do.
that though? Like,
I can't do
I
sister
personally
wives.
couldn't do that. Like,
Mm-mm.
share, I'm gonna be number 2 or
Yeah.
I'm number 3 on the list.
Yeah,
No, I
no.
can't. I can't do that. It needs to be all about me. But how do you, how do you, what do you think about it? That's a little much. Like, how do you even engage in that? Like, you see, it started with one, and
Mm-hmm.
clearly he brought it to her attention, and
Mm-hmm.
he was good with it, right? So he
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
brings in another one. How do
I
you?
think if you're used to like there's some women that engage in like threesomes and stuff, so it's like
Yeah.
natural to them.
I can't sister wives.
See, but that's not a three. See, I think threesomes
But they're
and
used to that specific more than one person being with
That
that one guy.
lifestyle.
So to add
Right.
someone else in is like, okay, like,
I still find it
but what do you
different because
wait
I feel
in
like that's
line?
like a
Like, I don't
sexual.
understand.
Yes.
encounter, right? That's
It's
a
long
moment in time.
term.
I
Yes.
think
And
this
it's,
is more feeling involved,
I
more
agree.
time. We building a, like I always say, you cheat, you have sex with someone, not that that makes it okay, but when you build a relationship and cheat, that's way worse in my book. So
Mm-hmm.
now you had a threesome, whatever, that's what y'all into. They come and go, y'all not spending real time with them,
Right.
right? But now you living with five other women. And okay, so tonight you in my room. I
Yeah.
hear you through
And
the
that's how he does
wall.
it. Yeah, that's how he does it.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight I'm with you. Tomorrow night I'm with you. The
That's
next
a
night we
lot of
going on a
work,
date. And
actually.
thank God he got money.
He got money and time because that is not easy to pull off because we are
Mm-hmm.
And
pretty needy, I would
and
say.
stamina because I'm definitely needy in that department too. So
Exactly.
Lord Jesus.
So
Mhm.
no, I can't understand it.
Me either. I
I
just
was
don't get it.
watching a one of these podcasts, not a podcast, it was a show on YouTube, and this therapist, I forget her name, she was talking to that basketball player. He has his own show, and she was on there talking about, I forget his name. He wears the big hats.
Oh,
Oh,
I know who you're
yes. What's
talking about.
his name?
You
So
said his name before, yeah.
he
Yes.
cheats on, he's cheated on his significant other. He's got a lot of baby mamas.
Mm-hmm.
And she says something to him because he says, I am who I am, and like
Mm-hmm.
if you think that I'm not gonna cheat on you, if you really have a problem with that, something to that effect, then that's like your problem. Like, look at me, look at what I bring to the table. And
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
her rebuttal to that is like, that could never, I'm not even, you deal with women that are not of a high vibration.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you seek out women that are willing,
Mm.
that they don't have enough in
They
their
have low
mind to
self-esteem.
low self-esteem. You could never even attempt to come to me with that type of behavior
Mm-hmm.
because I wouldn't
Mm.
stand for it. We couldn't even have a conversation. And you think it's because of your name and who you are.
Mm.
It's not really about you. It's
Mm-hmm.
really about the woman that you are talking to and what she
Right.
sees in herself. You
Mm-hmm.
think it's, oh, because I'm this person, I have all this, I have all that. No, you know who to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
It's
And
Cam
I
Newton.
strongly believe that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because ain't no way.
Ain't no.
No, absolutely not. Mm-mm, it's not happening. But it's just like, well, he doesn't have, well, he does have relationships. What's his name? Nick Cannon.
Mm-hmm.
He has relationships too with multiple women. He has multiple children,
Yeah.
and they're all okay with it. So it's like, too, like, do you think that it's like a self-esteem thing for the woman? Do you think it's an insecurity for the man? Like, what do you think it is?
I think about that too. Like, why do
Right.
what is it that they are looking for that makes them feel like I need to have all these women, or I need to have, like, step out in all these different
Mm-hmm.
places, and like I can't just find that one person.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Some people don't believe in monogamy, and that's
Right.
fine. It just doesn't work for me.
Right.
Um, but to that extent, I think it's a lot. And I also think about the kids in that aspect,
Yeah.
right? Like, so you're building all these, in a sense, broken homes
Mm-hmm.
because,
Mm-hmm.
you can't be in each home every night and tuck your
Right.
kid into bed. You
Right.
can't show up to this house and this house at the same time for bedtime.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you are ultimately making families that don't know what a regular home, what a home looks like. Not that
Yeah.
they don't have homes, but you understand what I'm trying
Yeah.
to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then yes, it's
I think that's
yeah,
a lot. Like,
it is a lot.
why do they need to do that?
That's a good question. Maybe we'll have
Mm-hmm.
to write one of them and be like, want to come on our podcast? We got some interview questions for you.
Mm-hmm.
Please, please help me understand.
Please,
And
we need help the world understand where you
to
come
that, I
from.
feel like he did answer on his show. He was just like, I want what I want.
That's it. Right.
Sounds that's a little arrogance for me. Like because I
Mm,
have all these things that makes it
right.
drop your panties. And since you're willing to
Lord.
drop them, I'll take them.
I take them.
Nah, I'm good.
No.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Crazy. Um,
Oh, this has
did
been great
y'all
conversation. Oh
did
wait, we
y'all
still
see
going. Ooh, sorry.
the Breakfast Club
Oh,
drama?
I've been, I was gonna write you, Kim, because I was like, I missed it, and I know Steph didn't catch it because she was working, and I
No,
Mm-hmm.
was
I
like,
saw it.
what? You did? Oh my God. I was like, what is going on? Because I missed the whole to do.
Oh, I saw it.
Mm-hmm.
You did? Oh
Hmm.
my God. Please fill me in because I was clueless and I was like, oh my God, this is juicy.
No, it was basically like Judge Hilarious saying, like, the other girl that works there, she was the one that she said she would want her to cover her during
Mm-hmm.
maternity leave. And so when she came back, she was still there and she was still taking on some of her like
Mm.
job stuff, right?
The
Like,
Okay.
or,
segment. So like
um, so she felt a little bit kind of way, like she's still here, like you know what I mean, like I'm back.
Right. Right.
right. Like you can
So
leave now.
she's like she's
Yeah.
good, and I think after a while she saw that she was good, so she was like, all right, well, give her this, have her say talk about
Mm.
this, blah blah blah. So then my question for y'all was like, what do y'all think about that? Because it happens every day, right? You may go
Yeah.
on maternity leave, you may go on family leave for something else, and then you come
Mm-hmm.
back and your replacement is like, oh, we hired them full time.
Right.
I
So
think
like,
Mm.
for them in that industry, in this industry, um, it's easy to lose your spot,
mhm,
right? Like
Yeah.
if you bring the talent, that was her time. What for me, what I understood is she was the producer
yeah,
behind the scenes
Mm.
mhm,
for the news episode. So
yeah.
she was,
Oh.
if I'm not mistaken, putting herself in, correct? And the
No,
the
Jess said,
this
she was like, I said put her in. Like, I
Mm.
suggested they put her in to
yeah, but
cover
she
it.
also said like at times she was in where she was like, why is she still here?
Yeah,
And
no,
she was
yeah.
very upset
No,
about
she
it.
Mm.
suggested her cover her while she was on leave, but then when she
Right,
came back, she was like, why is she still? Yes. Mm-hmm.
right.
Mm-hmm.
So that part was like they are very different too, the way
Mm-hmm.
they
Mm-hmm.
host and do things. And I think they're both great
Mm-hmm.
and in different ways.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't like that she brought it to
Social media.
social media. I don't like that she put it on air like that, how they
Yes, that's the
attacking
part.
each other.
Yes.
Not really attacking it, but just was upset. And understandably, I would be upset too. You feel
Mm-hmm.
slighted, you're hurt. She was emotional, really.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
not emotional in a sense of crime, but she was angry and she let her emotions get the best of her, which I don't think she made a great decision
Mm-hmm.
on
Right.
Yeah,
showing
she was
that.
just acting out of emotion.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Um, and she said that, she wants her to win,
Mm-hmm.
but she
Mm-hmm.
feels like she's taking her spot. And I also, to me, it's like you got to look at the company because
No,
Yeah.
ultimately they're the
that's what
ones who
I was
make the
saying.
Yeah.
decision.
It's a conversation to have. Right.
Mm-hmm.
You can't blame her if they giving her opportunity. She's gonna be
She's
crazy to
gonna
say
take
no.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 100%.
She has to take it. Like if that's
Right.
what she likes to do, she's gonna take it. Would you
Right.
not take it if it was your friend? Like, would
Yeah.
you say like no? Be
No, I would
honest.
do it to cover.
Yeah.
You
I
asked
would
me to
do it.
cover. I'm gonna do it. And I'm gonna do it to the best of my ability. Obviously, I'm
Right,
standing
but
in
if
your
they
place.
keep you afterwards and you know that it's bothering her, would you
Mm-hmm.
still do? Would you do what Lorraine LaRosa did? She kept going. She was like, "Well, this is my opportunity. This is my opportunity." But it also is causing you
I
may
think
lose a
I
friend
would
now.
I
The
think I
risk.
would want a conversation to make sure
Same.
it's not gonna bother my friend that I was
I would call
covering.
right. We
But
would
what
have
if
to
it
have a
does?
conversation.
Because it bothered her.
So I'd be like, is there another position or something
I
else that
try,
I could do?
yeah, I would try to
So
figure
you
it
wouldn't
out.
keep that position. You
No,
would
that's
say,
not
you
my
know what, I'm gonna
position.
let it go because I
No,
don't want
Yeah.
to
because you're
lose my
taking money out
friendship.
of her pocket.
Yeah, you
Hmm.
essentially know you were there for a time. You're not there for the full time.
Hmm.
And if they offer you full time, now yeah, let's three have a conversation. If it is
Hmm.
bothering you that much and it's causing a rift, is there something else that I could potentially do? Maybe an assistant for her, maybe when she's
Mm,
out, whatever, I could cover her, but I would not take the seat away from her. No.
Mhm.
agreed. Agree.
Yeah.
And I think that's the part that she didn't like because I don't know if they had a conversation. I didn't hear that part.
Mm,
Um,
right.
They had
but
they no, they just had that on-air conversation.
which is
Yeah.
crazy,
Yeah.
I
I need to
feel.
listen to it.
Like I didn't like because ultimately just doesn't look good in that whole thing because everyone else is calm and you know the
Mm,
guy, well,
They was just
um,
watching like they just needed some
Charlemagne always
popcorn.
making jokes. He thinks
yes.
everything is funny. He's always,
Funny.
he's not helping the situation.
Yeah.
Envy was very upset. He was very
Really.
upset that she brought it to the cameras and put it on air. He did not like that, which
Mm,
I agreed with. So he was very much
yes.
so highly annoyed
Yep.
and mad at her for doing
I
it.
would have been too.
We could have did
Mhm.
this off air because it's
Off
like,
air.
putting your personal business
I
Right.
think
out
In our
there.
professional life.
Right.
today I saw Angela Yee saying that she was like originally when she left they said that they wanted two people. So
Hmm.
I don't think that was
Mm,
expressed to Jess because Jess thought it was they just wanted one person.
Okay.
oh.
So then it's like becomes a problem with the
Later
station.
on.
Hmm
Mm.
I mean, I like both of them.
I
I
think they're
just,
both really good. I think you could
I
just
haven't
find
listened
something
to
for
it.
one and find something for the
Mm-hmm.
other, and they're good. But then it
yeah.
became a little like a little shady because then it was like, oh, um, Lauren is gonna get her own
Show.
podcast. And it's like, couldn't y'all wait like
No,
four more
Right.
weeks to talk about
no.
this?
See, but that also brings ratings, right? So they're
Mm-hmm.
like, let's
Right.
just stir the pot and see.
Mm-hmm.
And they fell for it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
Right.
sad part. Like,
Mm-hmm.
we have to learn how to stick together and not let
Yeah.
them play us like, because they basically played them like
Right.
violins, like, and
Right.
they fell for the bait at the end of the day.
I
One
think
got a podcast out of it, the other one is still on her show,
mm-hmm.
but
Right.
still, it's like you put it two women
It
against
caused a
each other
rift.
Yes.
Correct.
I
Between the two
think
of
when they
them.
didn't need to be.
Angie Martinez had did like a little TikTok with them, so it shows like
Yes.
women are together. Like
They're
Yes.
back
that's
together.
yeah. So I think
Yeah.
that was good. So it kind of like took a little roller coaster, like
But do
Yes.
you
like
really think they good, after
I
that? Because
think that
that
they're
got a little
good. I've
heated.
seen conversations with them where like Jess is like congratulating her, like I think it was just she was hot in the moment
Mm.
and she thought about it and she was like she probably spoke to her like it wasn't even supposed to go like
Yeah.
that. Social media took it like cuz she was on her live. And that's the thing. You're a
Mm.
public figure. So when you're on your live, somebody takes this
Yep.
that you say and they make this whole video of you like
Yep.
spazzing out.
And she
Wow.
also let the comments get the best of her.
Right.
Like
Mm.
people's comments about their thoughts on how, like, oh, that you letting them take your seat, and
Mhm.
like she really
Right.
let it get in her head,
No, because when I
which
was
is
listening, I'm like, damn, that girl's still there. I thought she was just covering for Jess. But I mean, she's
mm.
good. She's good at what she does. So,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
That's
craziness.
rough.
hmm
Just a tad.
No, we never fighting on air, guys.
No, it
no.
ain't happening. Mm-mm.
No,
We'll have
not
meetings behind the scenes that you will never hear.
That's right.
Yes,
That's
yes.
how that go.
No. No.
Who had? Oh, Steph, you have a quote.
I
Yes.
do. I have a quote for today. Our quote is, if you can't stop the waves, just learn to surf. Unknown
Mm-hmm.
is the author.
Love it. Love that quote so much.
Yes.
Yes, yes. So,
Uh, we want to thank everyone for watching. You can catch up to our episodes on our YouTube channel. And we want to say like, share, and subscribe to those who aren't following. And if you have any topics or if you're going through something and you want to use some advice, we got you. Just hit us in the DM or hit us on our email at the calm before the storm. Right? There's no podcast on that one.
no, there's
I can
not.
No.
never get it together, but it's fine.
Right. It's
At
all
the
right.
calm
That's what
before
we're
the
here for.
storm at gmail.com. And we want to thank you for watching and we will see you next time.
Bye.